Isolation Nation, welcome to the Social Distancing Social Club. I'm Ben Glebe, and we got quite a show in store for you today. It's really exciting, and it's especially going to be a great one. Also, I don't know who's on it, so I'm just saying that. But I'm assuming it's going to be really great because we always have the best people on it, so that's how I make that judgment. And here to tell you more, the second leg of the four-legged tripod that makes up the quarantine, it's Steve Hofstetter.
Hello. I know who's on the show, and it's gonna be okay. Anyway, good to see everybody.
I just checked, and you're right about that.
Good to see everybody. If you want to support the show, please do so. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You could PayPal at sdscshow.com. Of course, super chat on the YouTube as always. Throw in those Facebook stars. Do all of that stuff. Join our Patreon, etc., etc. And please welcome Mr. Chris Bowers.
Hello. What's up, everybody? Look, I talked to Tim. It's Tim McLaughlin and Myka Fox are here today just to create the tease there. But Tim has written 2 new jokes, he said. So
it's about time.
Brand new. So we're excited for that. Queen Rachel's here. Queen, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm here next
Queen.
to you. It's only stems now, folks. Only stems.
That's what a lot of people have said about you for a long time, Rachel. So
Stem. What?
I don't know what that means. Doesn't stems mean legs? I was trying to give you a compliment. I don't know what I'm talking
I
about.
don't think that's a compliment. Thank you, though.
Okay, well, fair enough.
Stems are legs, right? If you had nice stems, you'd have nice legs. That's
Yeah, but saying someone's only legs is
Only
insulting
that.
everything
That's
else.
not ideal. Well, that's true. I mean, Steve's been only stems for a long time, and
Yeah.
he
By the
seems
way,
to-
you guys can follow me at my only stems. You want to subscribe? It costs an arm and a leg. Anyway,
There it is.
there it is.
Oh,
I wrote 2 new jokes also, and there we have it. We're tied.
I did write a terrible joke last night, Steve. A really terrible joke.
Okay.
I think at Steel City AF, since it's an old church, you should have a room called the Star Wars room where you keep all the extra pew-pews. What? Hello. There it is.
Thank you for saving me, Bowers, for something even worse. I appreciate that.
Hey, they're laughing. That's a funny joke. Fuck you guys. I don't care if you don't like it or not. I just want 2 pew-pews to put in the Star Wars room. I'm calling one of those rooms a Star Wars room. That's all I'm saying. That we're not moving on from that.
They did not give us any of the pew-pews, unfortunately.
Oh, you didn't get any of the pew-pews?
Didn't get any pew-pews. We have to buy new pew-pews just to make a Star Wars room for Bowers now.
We can just make any room. This is where they used to keep the pew-pews. How about that? We don't actually have to have pew-pews.
Yeah, we'll just call the chapel the Star Wars room. Why? Lots of pew-pews.
Y'all are weird. Y'all are weird. Can I screen share for a moment? Taylor, is it okay? Carmel sent me a text yesterday about an hour after our show that might be one of the greatest, funniest things I've ever seen. And you guys got to see it. Hold on. How do I screen? Oh, yeah, there it is.
Right.
Share screen. Here we go. This is a text from Carmel to me an hour after our show.
It is fantastic.
That is simultaneously the funniest and saddest thing I've ever seen.
Nicely done. I will note she did leave the S completely untouched.
I wasn't ready for that.
Speaking of pew-pews, I got my laser pin from BuzzFeed.
Nice.
Nice. It goes with the official one I get from the Laser Corps.
Also, one more note about last night. Last night was also my 3-year anniversary with Carmel. So let me just say this: when we got home from dinner last night, we ate that cake. We ate the rest of the cake. And guys, you know what's even sadder? We didn't even eat the cake. The cake is still around. We still got the cake. I'll show it to you later.
Well, congratulations on having the anniversary be without D.
No.
Thank you so much. I even went outside. Never mind. I don't know how to say it right. I went outside to try to get some vitamin D, and there was an eclipse. But I'm like, I don't want the D, so I don't.
Hey, it's not long till you'll be one. Okay, doesn't matter. We had a fun overnight game. It was after Jody was here. It was make a TV show candy. So sweeten the deal was the hashtag. Jeremy Day had from Patrick Yoakley. Suddenly Susan wanted lots of donuts. I thought that was funny. And Beryl had the Peppermint Patty Duke show, which I thought was awesome. That was the overnight game. Do we have a Night King?
We did. The Night King game was make a movie more techie. And we had a lot of entries. I liked Frankie Berman's Stop or My Motherboard Will Shoot. I liked Shannon Savage's Cash Me If You Can. But my favorite was from Guillerme. He had Frozen. I'll just have to reboot this whole goddamn thing.
No. Let it go.
Guillerme is the winner, so you are the Night King, Guillerme, and you can get a free ticket to Nowhere and a free ticket to the front row by emailing us. Congratulations.
Excellent. And today's game is we're gonna change the plot of a song. So the way it works is you take the title of a song and you misinterpret it. So for instance, Feel Good Inc. That's a song about a chain of massage parlors.
Oh.
Drop It Like It's Hot. That's a song about oven mitts. And then Dust in the Wind, ironically, a song about Kansas. Anyway, take, some of you got that. That's also by Kansas. Okay, take the name of a song, misinterpret it, and the way you participate is you comment on any of our feeds, but if you want yours to count toward the prize at the end of the show, as well as having a much better chance of being read on air, what you do is you comment with a tip, at least $5 of a Super Chat, a Venmo, or a PayPal, and as always, if you are in our video front row, you get up to 3 entries for free. I thought the Kansas joke was really good. You guys didn't.
It's great.
I appreciate it.
Rachel goes, it's great.
It was no pew pew storage, but it was all right.
By the way, Bowers, I don't know if your original sound design, you're getting a little bit muffled.
Yeah, your sound sounds weird.
I mean, I can restart and come back. I'll do that. I'll be back.
Okay.
Bye, Bowers.
Is that better?
Let it go.
You came
I
back
think
very
the
quickly.
microphone's just away from your face.
Closer to my face.
Yeah.
How's that? Is that better now if I'm there? How about that? Can I put it in my mouth?
Can you give us a love ballad?
No.
Can you give us a fuck ballad? Because it seems more up your alley, maybe. He's gone. He's
He
gone.
is restarting.
He's left the Zoom.
All right, Ben, see if you can finish the front row before he gets back.
Love it. Okay. Video front row, turn on your cameras, join the party. Very excited to have you guys here. We got Josepha Snyder with us. Great to have you, Joe. We got a fabulous, good-looking front row here. Very, very exciting. We are also joined today in the VFR by one of my favorite people in the world. We got Council Bulls here joining us.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
I don't
Nice
know
shirt,
how
by the
my
way,
audio
Cass.
is good. What's that?
Cass is wearing a shirt that I helped make. So
Oh, that's incredible. I love. What does it say?
it says my vice president is a woman.
That's amazing. My vice president's woman also applies really to a lot of people.
Yeah, get the shirt then.
What a coincidence.
Okay, sounds like a plan. We got Tom Grieve here joining us. Great to have you, Tom. Very nautical vibe situation today. Love that. We got representing the BMW crew. We got Brian O'Connor with us. He reps that brand. He's very proud of that brand. Great to have you back, Brian. We've got Chris LaBalls joining us, everybody. Chris LaBalls. Great to have you, Christopher. We have got Christopher's fan puts the hole in Christopher. The O. Anyway, we got Tam Brown. Y'all have no one to blame but yourselves. Studies show for every 15 minutes you laugh, you win one more day of life. I am immortal.
Nice.
That's awesome. We got Frank Notaro here, everybody. Hello, Frank. Great to have you. We are joined today by Brad Clark with an ever-changing view of the cosmos. We learned so much about the universe from Brad. We got Blue Corner Bill. We learned so much about the possibilities of corners. We got LJ Mutts and stuff with a background about tonight's origin stories with Steve Hofstetter. Great to have you, LJ. We've got Greg Burns Jackson coming to us with a cartoon background, mostly, I think, just to hide the incredible amount of windows behind him.
It works.
We've got Alejandra and Philip. Philip is now wearing some kind of a gold trash can as a hat. Oh, there we go. An actual hat.
Philip
That's
is
an
the
actual
Burger
hat.
King.
King Philip today.
You what?
He's King Philip today.
Look at that bow tie.
Okay. Well, he has to win the Night King game for that, but that's a nice try. We've got James Nielsen joining us. Hello, James. We've got Patrick Rhino Rookie Yoakley. Don't know what that means. We are joined by Melissa Fiore. Everybody, welcome back, Melissa.
Thank you.
Great to have you, and thank you for trying to cover that window. You did a good 90% job there. We got Cassie Nolan joining us. Cassie's background is always changing. Her environment's always a little bit different, but always a little bit familiar as well. I like that.
Making fun of my shelves.
I had never made fun of them. I just was trying to honor them by immortalizing them with jokes. We've got Anna Hood joining us, everybody. Hello.
Love the shirt.
The Your Tour 2010?
18.
2018. Love that.
Is that background for Orange Stories? Is that what
Yes,
is that for
it
tonight?
is.
Love it.
Jeremy Day gave me a great line for
Orange.
Origin Stories, Rach. It's peeling back the layers to reveal the juicy bits.
Nice.
Part. I don't know about the second part. Oh my God.
Are you guys
Jeremy.
revealing juicy bits now in Origin Stories?
It might be.
Steve
first.
won, yeah.
I did not agree to this in my contract. So.
How do you think comedy juice is made, my friends? We've got Jan Skittles Johnson joining us with beautiful hands. Oh wow, are they touching you? They're I thought they were like
Hands.
mechanized. Wow, that's very creepy. We've got Hunt for Adler joining us. Found thanks to Aranka. I don't even know what.
Baraka gave him her ticket.
Oh, that's very kind. Love that. Love that. Welcome back, Adler. We have got Welcome Back, Adler could be a TV show in the 70s. We've got Rhino Benjamin joining us. What's the Rhino stuff? I'm now especially confused. And we got Zara, Rhino specialist.
I know why it's me, but okay, this is a thing now, I guess. Okay.
He did. I'm just glad he didn't shave his head for real. I knew you were lying yesterday, Ray. I knew that was a filter.
But the beard is gone. And
Is it
Zara.
though?
Oh, maybe it's not. That's a good point. That's a good point. And also, Zara, you luckily for all of us are just a Rhino specialist in name only. So that,
That's all I know.
especially and only works in an Australian accent, by the way. Rhino is not as good as that's all Rhino. You know what I mean? That's really good.
That's not a rhino.
That's actually a hippo, you ignorant fuck. We've got Emil Ronalds joining us. Cape situation. You're coming to us from Cape Town. I like that. We got I like Little Red Riding Hood vibes. Do we have a wolf here? Do we have a shitting wolf that will often?
Shitting wolf.
We've got the dark stuff coming to us from Wendy Swerdlow, everybody. And every day I realize more and more how much I really have to print more merch. I got to make more merch of it.
Hey, you guys, I'm enjoying the merch on this episode.
Got August Gus Walsh with a fuck Air Canada Hofstetter shirt and a Bah Humbug, kind of like a hoodie there. That's awesome. We already said hi to Josepha. Great to have you, Josepha. And it's okay. And we've also got Sean Ehrlich joining us. I just wondered, would it be difficult one day to make me happy just to close the closet doors? It wouldn't be
It's not a
that.
closet.
That's not a closet?
It's Popcorn's bathroom.
Oh, this is the door. The cat sits on the ground, Ben. That's where the,
Yeah,
that's where the
if
box
the
is.
door's closed, she can't get in. She's a cat.
Yeah, yeah. They don't
I
have
understand. I
thumbs.
understand how cats work, but also, okay, fair enough. So you have a litter
Sean,
box on the floor
have
there.
Have you considered putting thumbs on your cat just to make Ben happy?
I'll try.
I could send you some if you're interested. I could send you.
Thumbs is his other cat.
Oh, there it is. Look at that.
Yeah, litter box.
Yeah, see, so
And there's no door I even see there. Maybe there's a door that. And your bear's wearing a jacket now. I notice all the little differences, and also the yellow hands seem a little dirtier.
It's always worn a jacket.
It has not. We are joined by Lindsey Brown, everybody. Lindsey Brown, Lindsey One Shelf Brown, as we like to call her. It's a little shelf. You got one shelf, you think it'd be wider, but she's got one very little shelf.
Okay, I want to show you something then.
Yep, please.
oh Jesus. Well, she fell down. Oh no.
Yep, we got a shelf there. That's the shelf
Yeah.
up close.
All right.
You're just proving my point. This is an incredibly small shelf with a lot of stuff smashed on
No,
it.
it's not. It's a lot bigger than it looks. Is all.
No, it's
And
not.
all
No,
the-
that's exactly how big I thought it was.
Look, if I had $1 for every time I told somebody that,
So
How
on
big I
one
thought it
hand-
was.
On one hand, I want to believe Lindsay because it's her shelf. On the other hand, Ben is an expert at a lot of things cramped in a teeny space.
Yes, right. Damn right. You just described my sex life. Thank you so much.
What?
We are one.
things stuffed in a small space. I get it, Ben. That's yeah. She has a
Thank
Carmel's a tiny, tiny vagina. That's what you're saying.
Oh.
Hey, it's your joke. Don't make that face at me. That's the joke. I'm just explaining what the joke was about, Ben.
Somehow you made it much more graphic and much more specific with names. And we've had 300 my sex life jokes on this show, and somehow that one crossed the line. I don't know how that did it.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I'm sure she has a standard size vagina. My bad.
Okay, let's just. Today is my actual anniversary. Let's just try to take the brakes off a little bit. And I really need to get laid tonight, so I really need this right now. Nothing can get in the way of this, okay? Please.
My bad. My bad.
We've got Frank Berman joining us. Frank Berman, from what I understand, normal size vagina. What? Did I have to do that now? I'm so sorry, Frank. You have no vagina at all. We all know that. We've got Jen Winklepleck. Great to have you, Jen. So nice to see you. Thanks for being with us. And we got Little Red Rhino Ralph.
Oh my God.
Yep. I liked it a lot. And before I introduce our last person, let me just tell you, those are rhinos. And this right here, my friends, is what a hippo looks like, okay? So we got them all taken care of. That's a hippo. The others are rhinos. And we got Leedy Corbin, our hippo expert, joining us, making sure we are hippo compliant. That's the draw master. Leedy Corbin.
Ben, you have a plaster wall-mounted hippo?
Yeah, yes I do. And that's on display in our comedy club bathroom, Steve. Surprise.
No, I just gotta say my big surprise of this is that you only have one.
Well, I mean, there's probably a pile of them somewhere. We don't know that he only has one. He just brought one out.
Oh my God!
I guarantee he has other plaster animals for sure. You don't just get one. You don't start with a hippo. That's not your first plaster animal. It's like 7, 8 plaster animals in. Right?
Which animal do you think is next? I think it's a
You
horse.
get the white dog from the Wheel of Fortune first. There's a white dog from the Wheel of Fortune you get first. And then after
What do you
that,
think?
The
maybe a
white dog
cat.
from Wheel of Fortune.
What is next?
Oh, see, he has a rhino head.
I know.
I told you.
Damn it! Wait, is
My
that a rhino
eyes are
plastic?
up here, guys. My eyes are up here.
So, why do you own these things?
Just to get Zara to like me.
You bought them since the pandemic started?
I don't have any comment about that specifically.
I'm saying, were you at a flea market? Did someone leave you this in their will? How the fuck do you end up with 2 plaster heads?
I smoke weed and I decorated a house and wanted it to be a little bit weird, Bowers. Is that one specific answer?
You were at a plaster head store, stoned, and found
These were
them?
2 totally different stores, believe it or not. But very different. This one's very heavy. This one's paper mache and very light. There's a lot
Yeah,
going
but
on here.
They were both in the plaster animal head store district.
Can we spend more time on this?
Because that's where you go to get them. But please, Rachel.
Rachel, I don't know you're not interested in this. This guy owes 2 plaster animal heads with no, like he bought separately on 2 separate occasions. That's bananas to me. I need to know more information, but that's okay. We can move on, Rachel. What do we got coming in?
Oh, well, let's introduce our comics. And then we got
yeah, let's do that. We got 2 great I already introduced them, so I feel like I don't have to do it anymore. We got 2 great comics. Tim McLaughlin is here. Zara thinks that the laugh in your name is ironic, which I think is funny.
Wow,
and
that's
Mike,
nice. I like this show because you name off like 40 people and then forget the comedians. I thought the show was over at the end of how long it took to name all the fucking people.
Hey, Tim, I'm sorry we have fans and we're successful. I know it's tough for you to fucking...
I have one fan and my mom says hello, Bowers. I talked to her on the phone.
Also, one fan, it's your mom, and it's not even your girlfriend sitting next to you who's also a comic.
On the show today, Myka Fox.
Hey, everybody. You guys have a full fucking house. I love it.
I have a full house always, even when no one shows up.
Tim's still texting his mom. He'll be right back with you.
So sorry to forget you guys. I didn't mean to. I just get confused sometimes because I smoke weed now and I lose my train of thought. Anyway, I smoked weed today. Now it's just the next day it still affects me. So how you guys doing? How's New York? You guys doing shows with bums in the park? How's it going? How's New York now? Are you opening up? Clubs back open?
I haven't done any shows in the park recently. I have messaged a lot of shows and have not heard back. That is good. I changed my.
That's how they're preventing the bombs in the park.
Yeah.
It's like an NSA watch.
Tim's the only comic who comes on shows to just give us a veil to try to go on other shows.
Yeah. My message now says, hey, listen, I know you don't like getting these. I don't like sending them. I'm not going to ruin your show. Just book me.
And that hasn't worked.
It hasn't worked yet.
I don't know why.
Was it? I sent a clip of me ruining a show. I don't think that helped, but
Bowers talked yesterday about his only goal is to be the worst one on every show, which I still am confused by.
I'm saying if you're the worst guy on every team, that team's usually winning. Right? You don't want to be the best guy on the team. If you're the best guy on the team usually sucks, right?
I think what Bowers was saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, Bowers, but the idea is that if you're the worst one on a show, that means you've been promoted to a better show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
But you can't keep going to the open mic and being like, haha, I'm the worst.
No. That's not what I mean. I don't mean open mics. I'm just saying, like, my point is, like, if you're on a team, you want to surround yourself with people better than you, is the point. I don't just become head of the team and then pick people worse than me.
And you accomplish that by not getting better?
Well, that's one way to do it. Hey, you guys have picked that way, and that's a good way to do it, Mike. I'm saying for me, I'm trying to get better. That's cool. I get what you guys are doing. It's kind of a neat thing. Hosting's important.
I hang out with Tom Takar. He's good at comedy.
He's good.
Yeah, he's good at comedy. I'm not going to rip.
I feel like you say his name every time.
I don't do shows with him, but I hang out. I'm his friend.
Yeah, right. like when you get emails rejecting you from shows, Tom laughs. You know,
no. They don't send an email back. They just don't respond at all.
Maybe you should put Tom's name in the email. Did you think about that?
I did. I sent it from his email.
Maybe there's a chance he's not known enough that maybe you could just say you're him, you're representing him, then you show up and they let you on stage thinking that you're him.
That's true. They could be. They're like, this guy looks half Indian. They'll say.
Well, I'm not sure they know unless they know Tom Takar. If they know Tom, then you're fucked. But if they don't know him, then they.
Well, I just went based on his last name. I mean, I don't know. Listen, guys, this is a good start to the show. We've all been very funny. Bowers' whole thing about being the worst on a show, it's come true for you for a long time. That's good. I'm proud of you. I just think that you should want to be the best on the show, Bowers.
I agree, when I want to not be the worst in the show, I invite Tim on. That's really how this all works. Right. So that's.
I understand what Bowers is saying. He said it in a weird way, but I get it. The idea is that you shouldn't rest on your laurels. You should always strive to be better, but always strive to do better shows as well, and thus catch up with where you're going. But instead, it just sounded like he was saying, "I prefer bombing," which so I get.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's lots of shitty basketball teams where everybody's shitty, and there's also a worst guy out of those.
Oh shit.
There was a guy.
Yeah, that's not the point I'm making, Ben. I'm saying if I'm going to pick a team, I'm picking people better than me that are better at baskall than me, so we can win. I'm not going to make myself the best person on the team and lose every time.
Bowers wants to be on the '95 Bulls.
Just thinking that.
There was a D3 college basketball player. SI did an article about this where there was a D3 college basketball player, and he figured out that because the team he was on was in last place, and he was the worst guy on the team, so he figured out, oh, I'm the worst college basketball player in the country. And he would introduce himself as that. He would, like at parties, he'd be like, hey, nice to meet you. There's no worse college basketball player in the country than I am. It's great.
First of all, it's a lot of confidence to introduce yourself that way. But I guess he had that kind of confidence on account of having 3 dicks.
What? Oh, D3.
D3.
All right.
Yeah, we get it.
That's it.
The only worst, when I went to Ball State, we had the longest losing streak in the history of college football. Like it was like 35 games in a row. We were fucking terrible, and all the guys on the football team were still cocky dicks about being football players. I'm like, you guys are fucking terrible. You're the worst team in the history of the NCAA.
But they're better than you, who wasn't even on the team. So you got to aspire to be on that worst team, Chris. That's
my point is I'm not going to work hard enough to be on a shitty team. Like to be on a terrible Ball State team. I'm not going to practice to be on a terrible team.
Also, by the way, as someone who went to Columbia undergrad, 35 losses in a row is adorable. That is.
Also,
we went over 4 years.
We're not talking intramurals. It was the longest.
No. Our team.
It was the longest streak in the history of college football when it happened.
In D1A we were in D1 we were D1A. And so
this was all just a big thing for Steve to say you went to Columbia. Good for you, Steve. Congratulations.
Tim, some of us went to college. Anyway, the point is
Columbia is a college, not an outerwear company. That's not
I went to Columbia College in Chicago. Steve and I are the same guy.
You just went through to make
what I was trying to say was they
Myka,
lost
go
more
ahead.
than
Myka's trying to say something for like an hour. Myka, go ahead, please.
Well, I was just going to bring up the rest of Steve's resume. So let's see. He worked at the Cheesecake Factory from 2010 to 2013. That was right after the Columbia graduation. Congratulations. And it looks like he was an intern at AT&T. Should I go on?
Is any of this correct, Steve?
Well, no, Myka, you should go on. It's doing so well.
Okay, so then he went to Snide Asshole University. And he almost graduated, but he was
Myka, just because you're from Arizona and still couldn't get into the University of Phoenix doesn't mean you need to give me shit, all right?
People are asking for the sign. I don't have it. This is the only sign I have.
And she got a class ring. It was great. All right, Rachel, let's do some tips and get to a set. I think
This is the only sign I have, so that's what you guys are stuck with. So
I had a great contribution to make that I'm just going to keep quiet now.
You should. Curtis Mason said, Generals, oh my God, today's episode is making me laugh so hard. I'm getting crazy looks at my kids' school. You guys nailed the 4 legs intro today, but I loved how things got derailed momentarily during the front row. And I commented back on his Venmo and I said, agree to disagree. We also had Zara. She said, Ben, fact checking here. That white rhino you're holding is actually a black rhino.
Oh, there you go.
Busy by Nature said, Ben, here's your empty closet. And then he emailed me a picture that I'm supposed to show you to say, it is saying, Ben, I'm empty just for you. That's all for you, buddy. All for you.
That's not a closet though. That's a. Okay.
I know. I just read what they write.
I can't believe that I just came back from trying to find my other white ceramic animals to see that. I'll be back.
Marielle says Carmel for the win, and then Tam says Bowers. I found the lack of appreciation for your pew pew joke very disturbing.
See, thank you, Tim. I knew it. I got several texts saying the pew pew joke was great. So
also,
yeah, I got several texts. I got 3 different texts going. Love the pew pew joke. I'm not making that up.
Did you, Bowers? Did you get that? That was just a Star Wars reference in and of itself.
Huh?
Pam's comment. Pam's comment. I find your lack of blank disturbing. That is a start. Never. All
I
right.
feel your lack of faith is disturbing.
Goodbye.
Damn, everybody's leaving.
I don't know, man.
All right, we're caught up.
All right, we're gonna get to Tim right now. Coming up, it's Tim McLaughlin, everybody.
Oh, hello. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cool Town. Population you now. I don't know how to start sets anymore. I haven't done comedy in forever. I did comedy at Eastville and just absolutely fucked everything up. But all right, let's do it. Let's talk about it. So we live here in Brooklyn, New York. Ever heard of it? Losers. We live here, and people are weird. And I saw a man. I've never seen a neighborhood come together more in my life. I was in the middle of Bushwick under the train. And there was a lot of people. There's a lot of people around under the train. And a homeless man was dressed as a pirate. And the entire neighborhood stopped to just make fun of him. Like everyone just stopped what they were doing. And here's the first one. The first one is a bunch of people were like, who's the captain now? Am I the captain now? And and then the best one that was thrown at him was, where you going, bitch? Tortuga? And I was like, damn, that is a good reference, right? I was just like, man. Because shit had been this was Trump had been fucking everything up, and then and everyone was sad. And then I saw this pirate walk down the street, and I was like, see, there's still hope. There's still hope for the public. If a man dresses as a pirate and a bunch of people can make fun of him, I like it because I walk around with my headphones in but off. Because I don't want homeless people to talk to me. But I like to hear what's happening in the street. One time I was on the train, I had my headphones off, of course. And I heard this dude talking to his other friend, and he was like, hey man, why do they call you Lysol? And his friend was like, oh, they call him Lysol because he fucked that chick Trina with AIDS and he didn't get it. So he's clean like Lysol. And I was like, see, this is why you can't turn anything on. You got to be part of the community. Listen, And that was 8 years ago. And I think about, where is Lysol? And based on how he lives his life, I'm going to assume dead. Seems to have no regard for his own health. But Bowers, you know this. I've been selling sports cards. I've been flipping sports cards. So I have to go to the post office a lot, and I bought a printer, so now I don't have to go as much. But before I had a printer, I used to have to go wait in line. I don't know how post office are where all of you are from. I don't know, but in Brooklyn, they're insane. It's the most insane place. It looks like it was built in 1920, and no one's ever done anything to fix it. But in the morning, you have to wait from 8 a.m. You have to get there at 8 a.m. to be not 900th in line. So if you want to be first 10, you got to get there at 8 in the morning. They open at 9. And there's always a fight in line in the morning. There is a fight. There is always a fight. The last morning I went and waited. This was what put me over the edge. I'm like, I'm buying a printer. I have to do it. A man was pounding on the door, and we had to wait an extra half an hour because the post office workers just they won't help you, right? So if you're pounding on the door, they just won't open the post office. So we had to wait. And then he got in a fight with a woman in front of me. And I was like, Jesus Christ. So now I can carry my boxes up because I have the postage on it. But I get hyped up because I'm like, I have to cut everyone in line now. So I'm going to get in a fight because I know that I'm going to get in a fight. So the entire 12-minute walk there, I'm like, if this motherfucker tries to touch me, I'll be like, don't touch me. Nobody touches me. I'm going through. I already have fucking postage. I'm just hyped up. I've got UFC. I feel like I'm walking to the ring for UFC. I got Rage Against the Machine going in my headphones. I'm like, punch somebody. If somebody touches me, I'm going to punch them. And then every time I get to the door, someone's like, oh, here, let me get that. And then they open the door for me. And since I'm all hyped up, I'm way too aggressive. I'm like, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right? So that's my new post office joke. How much to it? I've been going to the post office. Ever heard of them? And And then I don't know if they said light yet, but this is my last thing. I'm very allergic to the cat that we live with. We have a cat, and I'm incredibly allergic to it. And Mike and I had sex once, and I finished, and I finished into a tissue, and then I had to sneeze, and I forgot that I cut the tissue, and I used it in my face, and I got cum all over my face. Not like a joke. I just thought it was funny, and I thought I should tell you guys because that was like a funny thing that happened. That's it. I'm done. But I just thought you guys would like that because it's hilarious.
Tim McLaughlin, everybody.
Tim McLaughlin.
With 3 premises. Tip jar is open. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at sdscshow.com. Of course, super chat on the YouTube. Do all of that stuff.
Guys, sorry to interrupt, but Tom Takar has just issued a cease and desist.
Oh, damn it.
I love that Tim snowballed himself. That's fucking the first time in the history.
Yeah,
We
he
learned about
stopped
snowballing a
asking-
couple weeks ago, Tim, and the fact that you did it to yourself is amazing.
I stopped asking to come on my face ever since then. It was a beautiful moment for both of us.
No.
He's like,
It's
oh,
like,
this
you
is how this
see? You
feels?
see? He's
Never
like, I can't.
mind.
It's in my eyes.
Also, I know that maybe I am the one to ask because I'm maybe not so experienced lately, but why are you finishing into a tissue when you're having sex? Can you explain?
Here's the thing. I don't want to have a child ever, so I pull out every
He
time.
doesn't trust me.
I don't. No,
He has
of course
to account
not.
for every last sperm. Why are you putting the microphone?
Because shut up. I'm answering the fucking question.
This is why we can't have children anyway. They might end up like this.
Yeah, they'll be Indiana kids that can't read.
They'll be like.
All right, well, I won't answer. Ben, how about that? I would love to answer your question. I would love to, but I guess I live with a woman who won't.
Well, I
shut
guess
the
you're
fuck-
co-starring on a show.
Can I take a
hosting
guess? Can I take a guess? He doesn't want to finish in her, and she doesn't want him to finish on her.
No, she doesn't care about that. I just pull out and come into my hand, and then I wipe it off with the tissue.
And your face.
He also says "ew" every time.
I find the act of sex disgusting.
I really think he's sparing me from. I've never actually seen his cum, so it's probably like orange or something crazy because he doesn't drink enough water.
I drink a lot of water. First of all, everyone knows that about me. If you ask anyone in New York
Everyone
anything
knows
about-
that about you. People
Yes,
are like, how's
if
that
you
Tim
ask
McLaughlin? I'm
anyone
like,
in
well,
New
he
York,
drinks
they're
a lot of water. I'll tell you
hydrated.
that.
Is Tim hydrated? They're like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the most hydrated.
I'd book him for my comedy show if he would just tone back the water a little bit.
I actually will say, Tim, that is how I often describe your set. People be like, how'd Tim do? And I'm like, well, he drank a lot of water.
He was
Underwater, I think is the phrase. Underwater?
See, Tim
By the
just
way-
doesn't understand anatomy. He thinks as long as it gets on the body, it could potentially find its way.
Oh, I see. You think you're going to get pregnant through osmosis. Is
My
what you're
sperm
pointing
is strong. Everyone knows that. They know my sperm is strong and that I am hydrated. That's right. I'm so damn hydrated.
Old strong sperm water McLaughlin? Not interested in booking that guy.
He's like, it's too runny, it'll just get everywhere.
That's right.
God. All right, Rach, do we have some tips?
Or are they covered in tissues?
Rachel,
water right now,
no
by
idea
the
how
way,
jealous I am
everyone.
that you were not on screen during that.
I am very happy for that
Ah.
whole conversation. But Tim, I have some tips for you. Pam Brown sent each of you $5 at the start of the show and said for toe, always for toe, and then it's an emoji that just says take it.
Thank you. Tim's getting Toph to reward you for her tip because we know you guys like to see her more than us.
More than
But
Tim, anyway.
The mistake is having him pick her up instead of me because she's clearly unhappy about it.
She is stiff arming him.
Very sleepy.
Oh,
Is she or is she just unhappy?
601.
So we also had Frankie Berman said $5, great set. Tam Brown another $2 and said, I haven't done comedy in forever. Micah and I had sex once. So many self-owns in such a short period of time.
so wet.
Ew.
Kim Stewart sent you $5 and said, no fucking words. Those were 3 words.
No, she said no fucking words. She didn't want to talk about that part of the set.
Oh.
Let's see. That is a general. We also had Angela, 5 Canadian for Lysol for Tim. Technics tipped you a couple bucks and said, "Is that a joke on your face?" Oh wait, hair gel.
Oh.
Greg Burns Jackson, 75 bucks for Tim. Sorry about your American Pie moment.
Something about Mary. Is it? Did they do that in American Pie too?
Well, he drank the cup. He drank the cup of beer. The Stifler drank the cup of beer with it in it. That's I think. That's,
That was piss. Oh, it was cum.
Yeah,
Oh, hilarious. Man, why didn't I write movies in 2002? I would have fucking.
You'd have been good at it. I mean, you don't know how to write, but you know.
No, but I could have
dictated it.
told somebody where they could transcribe a guy shits in a pie or whatever.
That's why you're moving a green light bit.
I think
that
we
was
just
in the
found
movie.
out why you didn't write movies.
Yeah.
That was the funniest part of the movie, The Help. You know?
They shit in the pie.
Yeah. And then all the people ate it.
Is that real? I never watched that.
Yes, from the movie The Help. Bowers,
I never saw The Help.
Have you not seen it?
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Damn racism.
Yeah, that's my bad.
All right. We had Bill Thompson tip and say, "Myka, thanks for all the things about Tim that we don't know."
Oh shit, if you'll do that for money, I got a whole list.
No, she doesn't. Doesn't have a list. She hasn't been keeping a list.
Hey Tim, show him your stains.
No. First of all, no. And I don't get that many stains anymore because I drink a lot of water now, and water doesn't stain as much.
I don't even know what you're talking about. All right, Rachel, let's keep going. I don't want to talk about
Should I keep going?
stains anymore. No.
Marielle tipped and said, "Tim and Myka, put it both towards birth control and save your Kleenex for sneezes."
I don't like what birth control does to women's hormones around here, and it's Micah's choice, and I'm fine with that.
I hear you, Myka. It's the worst. Alejandra sent you $5 and said, "Philip, which is her kitty, insisted on sending a tip for your fellow kitty."
Toe's making a lot of money today.
She's got real star power.
Yeah, she does.
Does it make you guys feel at all bad that you perform comedy here and your cat gets all the tips?
No. No, she gets all the love in the house, and so it makes sense that she would get all the tips on the show.
She's a huge drain financially and otherwise. You know, it's about time she started earning her keep, to be honest.
Myka buys her the most expensive food and then the most expensive everything. So it's not like, so yeah, she needs to make a little money back for us. And by us, I mean Myka. I don't pay for anything.
How much do you guys have to clean up this background we're seeing before the show each time? Or is it, I don't believe it's like this.
No, we keep it pretty clean around here. Since I don't have a job or pay I pay a third of the rent here, Ben. I don't know if you knew that about our little situation. Myka has a job.
Everyone knows.
And,
I have two.
She has 2 jobs. She's writing for the MTV Movie Awards now. But I clean up the house and keep everything nice. I'm a kept man.
Congratulations. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice little thing.
Like kept away from other people, kept man?
For you guys, I wasn't on my job.
Did you guys meet on Craigslist? Anyway.
Man looking for 1/3 of rent.
1/3 of rent, someone will clean the house and have sex with me twice a year. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, let's not overpromise.
I posted a very similar ad.
Pam, you got $5 from Frankie Angles for more tissues. Ray Benjamin sent you $5 so you can afford to get spayed.
Yeah, that's for women.
Right.
I mean, not really.
I would be neutered.
Oh, true.
Oh.
Right.
Wow.
We're so sorry, Tim.
Freaking
Neutered.
believable.
Steph says send in tips for snips.
And then let's see what else we had. We had one more. Zara Bending, stay hydrated. It beats being thirsty.
I know that's right.
And Razor sent you $5 and said, never so much wanted you to be a health teacher as I do now. Just to hear you say strong sperm, heavily hydrated Kleenex, birth control lessons.
Now, what y'all need to know about health is that God will light the way.
Just realized that's why there weren't punchlines. It wasn't a set, it was a syllabus.
Yeah.
Are we caught up, Rach?
There's a general, Dizzy by Nature says, Bowers, you're okay. Rachel's here, but Steve, well, and then he sent another picture.
Oh, no.
Sorry, Steve.
That's on day 2, by the way. That's lesson 2. I'll get there.
We're caught up.
All right, let's get to our next comic. You know her as, I don't know why she stays with Tim. Myka Fox, everybody! Woo!
We do a round robin of like why everyone thinks I stay with Tim or why I should.
Fun.
Oh, that's the only one, and it just keeps rattling around in there and making a lot of noise like a shoe in a bad dryer. Thanks for calling out my job, Tim. Too. So I want to talk about the first writing job I got out of college. Was really insane. I was like, there's something about like when you really want to succeed, you're just kind of like stupid and you just believe anything will happen. So I was like, right out of college, I was just like, I'm not going to get a real job. I'm going to become a comedy writer immediately. So I just like scanned through Craigslist looking for like comedy writer. Like I thought that's how you got a job. And honestly, like the first night I looked through there, I found one that said needed head comedy writer for a Fox TV show. And I saw it and I was like, sweet, that's me, I guess. Right. Even though I had like no writing experience, like I'd done like college improv, which honestly should have kept me out of the business forever. And so like I wrote to them, you know, like super optimistically, like, hey, you know, I could be your head comedy writer, you know, like I wrote this email, you know, and you know, it was just so naive, like totally didn't understand like what really happens on Craigslist. And surprisingly, someone like actually wrote me back and was like, okay, you know, why don't you do, you know, my writing test? I've got an idea for a sketch where it's like about Saddam Hussein who's hiding in a cave and he's selling champagne and it's called Saddam Perignon. And I was like, okay, this is obviously going to be a brilliant show. So like I write this thing and like as soon as I send it in, I'm like hired immediately. And I was like, oh my God, I just knew that like comedy writing could be this easy, you know? And so I get on the phone and he's like, hey, he's like, you're hired. You know, I really think you got the stuff. Let me tell you about the show. You know, it's going to be called The Dan Show. And mine, because, you know, that's me. I'm Dan the man Sherbandi. Like the man is in quotes. That's his middle name. And he's like, you know, and he's like, the show's just about me. And it's going to be, you know, a mix of like sketches where I play all the characters and then reality docu-style where you follow me around doing cool things like hanging out with strippers. I was like, got it.
Oh my God.
Sounds super fun. No. And he's like, so we're gonna start writing in 2 days, you know, so you need to come out to Vegas. At the time I was living in Los Angeles. He's like, you need to come out to Vegas and meet me there. And so I was like, okay. So picture now we've got this in frame. I'm 18 years old, just leaving Los Angeles to meet a stranger from Craigslist in Vegas. So I like say goodbye to my family forever. Go to find my fortune, right? And you know, he's not like when he sends me to Vegas, I'm not going like to the strip, like which is like the thing you would know, which would be kind of exciting. It's actually the rest of Las Vegas is just like a haunted McMansion, you know, for rows and rows. It's like a maze. So I drive there, and I get there. I'm like so excited. I knock on the door, and I hear this guy on the other side just be like, you know, like, who is it? And I'm like, me, you know, Myka, the writer. And then I hear like 7 different locks being unlocked, like way too many locks. You know, it's like click, clack, click, click. And I'm just like, okay, right. And he opens the door, doesn't invite me in, just elevator eyes me and goes, you're mousier than I expected. And I'm just like, I was like, so, and he's like, well, come on in. I'm like, yes, I'm in, right? Just like, just totally, the insult totally rolls off of me. I'm like, yeah, I'm a writer. What do I need to look hot for? Totally not even.
Oh, no.
And so at this point, like, I'm really fucking excited because I've never met a cokehead before. So I have no idea what's going on. And he comes in and he's like, go ahead and set your laptop up on the kitchen table and I'll be right down. He goes upstairs to do a whole shit ton of coke. And while he's up there, someone comes down the stairs and it's this like super hot girl with like rainbow colored thigh high socks, and like multicolored hair. And she's, like full stripper gear. And she comes down and Tim, thanks for the help. In case you guys are wondering what a really hot woman looks like, Tim's about to do a good impression of one. super helpful, Tim. And she comes down and she's like, my name is Ecstasy, spelled XTC. And I was like, I think I could have guessed that. And she's like, quick. She's like, I got to talk to you before Dan comes downstairs. I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, you're the writer, right? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, okay. So first of all, she's like, I know he said he was going to promise to put you up in a hotel room, but he doesn't want to spend the money. He's going to ask you to stay here. Don't just agree to stay here or you're fired. And I'm like, oh, okay, right? And she's like, and then there's something else I really need to tell you. And then Dan starts coming down the stairs. She's like, never mind. I'm like, wait, what? And so he comes downstairs and like right on cue, he was like, I think it'll be really productive if you, stay here while we work on it. So we can just constantly work on the script. I'm like, oh, okay. We could get Ecstasy. And she's like, it's fine. Like I'm here too. It's no big deal. So, and even though like it should have been fake that night, we have like a whole production meeting and he actually has people coming in and, I lead the thing and then everybody leaves the meeting and Dan takes that opportunity to propose to Ecstasy. So it's just me, Ecstasy, and Dan, and we're sitting at the kitchen table and he asks her to marry him and she goes, you know I won't, and then leaves. So now it's just me and Dan. I've agreed to stay in this house with him. It's my first night there, and I'm sitting there like, oh God, this is getting really weird, right? And he's like, do you want to see the first project I ever worked on? And I was like, okay. And we sit down and he puts in a VHS tape, right? And it's just closed circuit cameras of people coming and going from rooms in an apartment building. And I'm like, what are we watching? He says, well, I was going to film them doing this one thing, but then I realized that the just filming them like coming in and out would be a really interesting show. So, and I'm like, oh, fuck, right? So now I'm like looking around trying to figure out where the cameras were, trying to count how many times I've taken a piss in this house, And so then like, I start to get like really creeped out. I'm in this house alone and he's like the cameras and it gets just quiet and he lets it get quiet. And then he looks over at me and he goes, do you think I'm going to kill you?
What?
And like, my fucking blood freezes, right? And I just go, I don't know, because I'm like, what's the right answer there? I'm like, if I say no, he's going to be like, oh, you didn't think I had it in me. Or, and if I say yes, then it's like, what the fuck is wrong? So I'm like, I'm just like, I'm going to middle of the road this until it gets less creepy. And he's like, if you think I might kill you, he's like, why don't you just get up and see if you can leave?
Oh my God.
Oh.
Spoiler alert, I do live, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my fucking God, right? So I'm like, I can't say no at this point, you know what I mean? I was like, this is what's happening now. So I just get up really slowly. Like if I move any faster, he'll like do something crazy, And I just slowly walk to the door and then it's got like all these locks. So I'm like, like so fucking many. I just want to get out of this house so fast. And I open the door and then just bolt to my car and like scream out of there. And even though it's like a total maze, I'm like driving around corners. I have like no idea if I'm away from his house or not until I finally see a Target. I'm like, fuck yes, and I get to the Target parking lot. And I just like stop in there and I like start breathing. I'm like, holy shit, did I just fucking outrun a murderer, And then, and so I'm sitting there freaking out and I'm like, he did let me leave.
Right.
you know? And I'm like, did I just ruin the best career opportunity of my life?
Oh my God.
So, you know, I had one of those moments, you know, when like you're doing drugs in a bathroom and you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, goodbye, you know, and then like you're like, this might be the last time I ever see myself. So I like look in the mirror, you're same thing. I'm like, well, let's fucking go for it, right? And I went back to the house. And I walk in, and the guy stands just like laughing at me, and he's like, "You thought I was gonna murder you?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did." And then we made the show, and the thing's still on my resume today.
Oh my God.
Thank you very much.
Myka Fox, everybody. Myka Fox. Tip jar is open. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at sdscshow.com. Of course, Super Chat on the YouTube. By the way, Myka, what an unbelievable story. The idea that you had never met a cokehead before? Come on. The rest, absolutely believable. Holy shit, what a story.
Yeah, because they do film a lot of Fox shows in random houses in Vegas. That's really how it works.
I shortened it for here, but like it was one of those things where he did paid TV, like so like instead of advertising, he would just put his show.
Oh, he would buy it like
bought the airtime himself. Yeah.
That's funny. Micah said that she shortened it because I was gonna say that story is a lot like me. A lot of fat to trim off of it, huh?
I had a
there was
buddy
an
who.
end that we reached, Tim.
Hey, I reached an end. They were like,
Hey, by the way, your decision to stay with Tim makes a lot more sense now.
When I reach an end, I don't end up with cum on my face.
Also, suddenly I feel a lot better about our show.
A buddy of mine when he was 19 and he was like trying to get into writing, different story, but you know, similar like bullshit promise to him, where someone pulled him aside at a comedy club, was like, "Hey, you were really funny. You know, I have this script that I'm working on, and you know, I'd love to hire you to kind of punch it up." And he's like, "Oh, that's great. You know, how far are you through it?" And he's like, "Well, you know, I'm just kind of starting." He's like, "Okay, how many pages?" And the guy goes, "No pages. Ideas."
No, you gotta charge double for that.
Yeah, he's like, all right, this is not gonna be a gig. This is not gonna be real.
Is there a bird in your house, Tim? What does that mean? Is there a bird in your house? What is going on? Why are you looking?
There's a
around?
big fly in here, and I've been trying to kill it for like the last hour and a half. No, it just goes by my ears, and it really bummed me out.
And Tim's in charge of keeping the house in order. So if he doesn't find that fly, he sleeps outside today. This is a tough.
That's how it works. That's how it works.
There are so many dickheads, sleazy dickheads that try to make movies. When you're first coming up in this business, it is unreal the stuff you get asked to do, the stuff you do. It's just wild.
I would love to be asked to do stuff if anybody's got anything. I'll let you murder me. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but that only pays once.
Ben, when we were looking for office space for nowhere, the guy we went to this. There was this one guy. He had like this kind of guest house thing, and he had this gorgeous mansion in the hills. And we're like, oh, that looks kind of cool, you know. And with COVID, I guess some people don't have income anymore, so maybe he's trying to make a little money by renting out part of that house. And we get there, and he just has birds flying around in the house. Like just loose birds, you know, like people have.
Was there like
Big
shit
old
everywhere?
parrots. Yes. And there was like a big old table that was also a piano. And the guy was like, oh, that was given to me by Sia. And then look at this chandelier here was given to me by Elton John while we're almost getting attacked by
It would make more
birds.
sense if the chandelier was given to him by Sia.
If what was?
The chandelier was given
Yeah,
to him by Sia.
Sia, it's saying chandelier.
No, she loves chandeliers too much. You can't let them go.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. That was my joke for the night. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah. It
Also,
was,
apparently,
Thank God
Leedy,
that unpleasantness is over.
apparently, Leedy auditioned and was cast in a porn film. I don't know what.
Yeah, I got hired and then I got to set with my mom and we realized what was going on pretty quick and we left. But I still got paid, so ha!
But Leedy,
There's only one rule. You can't bring your mom to the porn set. That's just
true.
bums everyone out. It's not cool.
I was very much a minor. I was like 13.
Oh,
But
Jesus.
lady, what was the audition?
Stop.
What was your
The
audition?
audition was a full-on like scene. It was like it had you know, it had depth and it had drama. It was just a scene. There was nothing sexual.
I bet it had
So
depth.
what were you supposed to do in this? What'd you say?
I bet it had depth.
Why were they casting a kid in the movie?
Oh,
I
Well,
wasn't
someone
allowed
needed
to
be
read the
babysat.
script.
That's why they bring realism to the movie. So that's why the babysitter is there.
Yes. Without the kid, there's no baby. Yeah, the babysitter's not realistic. I guess.
Off camera, oh my god. So what happened when you showed up that made you realize it was not a legit thing?
Don't remember it super well, but I remember
bet
my
you
mom
don't.
freaking
Mom
out.
blocked out.
You know,
Sorry.
I remember feeling like, oh my god, this is gonna be so cool. I haven't worked in so long. And then my mom was like, we gotta go. I don't remember exactly what happened, but nudity was involved. Yeah, it wasn't great.
Nothing better than a 13-year-old going, I haven't worked in so long. I'm so excited for this.
Well, okay.
Somebody on the set was like 13, and some guy goes, "Yes." Got a big dick, huh?
all right. Let's
All
do
right,
some
Rach.
tips, but
Let's go.
beforehand,
Before-
Steve has to
before-
go, right?
Yeah, before you do, this is a perfect time for me to leave. So I gotta run. I got a corporate thing I gotta do before Origin Stories.
Where, Columbia?
Yep. He's going to an alumni reunion at Columbia. You can't miss. That's why he's leaving.
Yep.
Well, we'll see you at
All
Origin
right, well,
Story,
it's good
Steve.
to be here, guys. So,
We'll see you at Origin Story, Steve. We
all right,
appreciate
I'll
it.
see everybody at Origin Stories. Bye.
Later, Steve.
All right, Rachel, let's do some tips and then the game. Let's go.
All right. So we have, let's see, Elizabeth F sent $5, so Myka can get a diaphragm. And then Frankie Berman sent $5 and said, Myka, after hearing your Craigslist story, I can see why it's easy living with Tim. Congrats on writing for the MTV Movie Awards. That's so fucking cool.
Nice.
Can you tell I was distracted when I was reading that last one, switching between screens? No, right?
Hearing about your hiring history, Mike, are you sure it's not the MTV Booby Awards you've been hired to write for?
Movie awards? Is that what you said?
That is what I said.
I
yeah.
tried not to hear
AVNs.
it.
Yeah. It's actually for the movie awards unscripted. They're doing a reality show thing. So it's not even, you're right. It's not the real movie awards.
Oh, interesting.
I wasn't trying to blow her spot. I was trying to make everyone be like, "Oh, damn, Tim's girlfriend's cool. I'm glad that she's got these jobs so that Tim can continue to pay a third of the rent."
Myka, we had Ray Benjamin send you $5 and said for Myka's Tim Snip Fund.
That goes to me.
And then following up, JoJo sent you $10 for Tim Tip the Snip. Myka, incredible delivery on the Vegas story.
Nice.
Kim Stewart, $5. Myka, you are brave for more reasons than one.
Wow, what a shot. Thinks that sleeping next to me, I'm going to roll over and smother her with my fat body. Wow. We all get what you're saying.
That could never happen because he's snoring too loud, so he wakes me up before he gets all the way over.
Yeah.
From my weight gain, I now snore a lot.
Sam Brown sent you a couple extra.
What was that, Tim?
Jeff Sheen, friend of the show, has been calling me the Porkinator.
Oh. What show is he a friend of?
And Jeff Sheen looks like a skeleton. Don't let him fuck with you. He weighs
No,
8 pounds.
he looks like a fat skeleton now.
Oh.
It's like weird because he's skinny, but also he keeps eating ice cream, so he's like weirdly kind of fat now. It's weird to look at him.
God. Tam Brown sent you a couple more bucks and said, Myka, I'm so glad you didn't get dead. What a wild story. Anna Hood, $5. Myka, if Tim won't get snipped, you can put this towards Kleenex. Greg Burns Jackson sent $5. You should write for Tim. Haha, just kidding. You're both.
Ouch.
I don't really want my name associated.
My comedy's for men only. Michael wouldn't understand how to write for it anyways.
Technics and a couple bucks. A buck towards Tim's missing 16.6666% of rent. Chili Dog sent 10 bucks for each person. Zara Bending tipped and said, FYI, someone ever asked you that question? Just say no. Angela tipped 5 Canadian and said, great story. And then we're caught up.
All right, we're ready for the game. Let's play this game.
We are. So the game is misinterpret a song. Misinterpret in some way. These are the unpaid entries that I liked. I had Greg, I'll read that one last because that one's my favorite. Andrew Kerr, Friends in Low Places. I know people that live in Death Valley. Julia Creador, I've got 99 problems and this math test sucks.
That's a good one.
And then my favorite unpaid is from Greg Murphy. My Sharona, generously sharing the Ronavirus with your friends and family. All right, video front row, raise those virtual hands. Tim and Myka, starting with these, this is who we're voting on. And Anna Hood, first up. Beating Berman to the punch.
So I have Benny and the Jets, the story of a troubling fixation. Great Balls of Fire. In hindsight, the $30 hooker was a bad idea. Back in Black. I guess the family reunion during a pandemic was bad idea.
Fire!
Oh shit, that's a funeral joke.
Symbols.
All right. I have Are You Happy Now? Testing antidepressants. Man Eater, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. And Get Low, step 1 for active shooter drills.
Oh, wow.
Patrick.
I've got Annie Lennox's Sweet Dreams, a song about candy dreams. When Doves Cry, a commercial for Dove chocolates. And Walk This Way, as said by every butler since 1936, after the
Adler, so grateful you're back.
There you go. That way I can read them. Right? That's 2. Oh, where'd they go? Right here. All right. So ABC by the Jackson 5 is now about secondhand gum. Beat It is now quarantine theme song for singing and Ben.
Wait,
your sound went crazy there.
Weird. Say that again.
Okay, so Beat It is now a quarantine theme for singles and Ben.
Nice.
And the last one, I've got a bunch. Amazing by George Michael is now about beautiful public bathrooms.
Nice. Also even worked with weird audio, so well done.
Yeah, that audio was.
It was like a remix. He was doing a remix kind of thing. I liked it.
Bring up Frangles.
All right. Okay. I got WAP, Wet Ass Pussy, because cats have to be bathed too. 2, Don't Stop Believing. You will get far fewer Christmas presents if your parents don't think you believe in Santa. And last one is The Devil Went Down to Georgia. He was looking to turn him back right. That's it.
Melissa.
Okay, I don't know about these, but let's give it a try. So the song Blinded by the Light is about a religious cult. You know, when they say like another runner in the night, we've got a runner. And then Smokey Robinson's Tears of a Clown Named John Wayne Gacy.
Oh my God.
That's all I got.
Nice. Berman.
Okay, so I have 5. I have Dr. Dre's The Chronic about back pain. I have two live crews owe me so horny about a guy who has serious road rage.
Oh, funny.
I have living on a prayer about Ben trying to arrive on time. Slow ride about Steve trying to ride a bike. And then born in the USA, people saying where they live after Biden was elected.
Emil Reynolds.
I have Sadie Hawkins dance. That's about dancing with hawks, right? Dirty Little Secret, a song about a tiny dog that likes to dig holes under porches. And Material Girl, about a dressmaker who wants to make it big.
Nice.
Alejandra.
I have one. It's the House of the Rising Sun. You know, the place you go after partying all night, aka the Waffle House.
Nice. Ralph, song spoiler.
Come on, Eileen. Come on, Eileen. Come on, Eileen. Stop spraying water at me.
Is that all of them, Ralph?
I got two more.
Okay.
I have Away in a Manger.
Maybe weighs the same as myrrh. I like that.
And Sweet Caroline.
Jesus Christ, Greg.
I think I got it right today. Smells like Teen Spirit because adolescents are bad at personal hygiene. Never gonna give you up. You shall serve as an example to those who would betray me. And what a wonderful world. Oh wait, Ragnarok. Never mind.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey.
I have My Way or the Highway. I have Mary Jane, but Rick James singing about an actual person. And my favorite South Park song ever is Fuck Air Canada.
Nice.
Laval's.
All right, so I have All by Myself. It's the story of a man named Al who buys two mice and an elf. I have American Pie. The real reason Zara is going to visit Rachel. And, I have Blowing in the Wind. The tale of oral sex in Chicago.
Ehrlich.
I have Blister in the Sun is about Steve going out in the sun. Can't Get No Satisfaction is about Ben. And Sound of Silence is about Tim and a comedy set.
It's not about that.
Tim, I see your hand is up, but we do comics at the end, so you don't need to.
I
raise your
know. I
hand.
just put my hand up to be part of the group.
Brian.
All right, I've got When Doves Cry in the Deep Fryer.
Oh,
Rolling in the Deep Debt of Unemployment. And Don't Stop Believing You're My Daddy.
Benjamin.
Okay, I've got three. I've got Blowing in the Wind, which the answer is it's the pollen that's killing you. Yeah. How many roads must a man walk down? And that's 525,600. And then finally, Macarena, which is a song written by Rachel about pasta.
Tom.
All right. That song about Ben's Vintage Ladies, Tiny Dancer. 1849 chart topper, Gold Digger. And that song about Marjorie Taylor Greene, The Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Tim, I'm lowering your hand now.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay. Build Me Up Buttercup, a story about beehives. If you remember this one from yesterday, we found love. Find the corn folder. And the song Family Affair, new to Pornhub's offered section.
Tam.
I have Oops, I Did It Again. I Slept with Your Ex. This girl is on fire. Somebody grab a fire extinguisher. And a horse with no name. It was a business transaction. No name.
Wendy.
Pay the horse to leave.
Take your money and get out.
I always feel like somebody's watching me because I forgot to close out of the Zoom meeting. You choose one, a song of masturbation. All out of love, so we got divorced.
All right. Anybody else in our front?
I think she got one last. Yep.
I paid for 2 extra entries.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
Oh.
Heart attack. What killed Grandpa? And from the musical Kinky Boots, The History of Wrong Guys, Adult Friend Finder's unofficial slogan.
Nice.
Nice. All right. Is there anyone else in the front row? Wave at me if you're in the audience and haven't done any. Okay. So these are the rest of the entry. Oh, Adler.
Adler, it's something. What you got?
Is my sound better now?
No.
Nope.
No.
Oh, doubled up.
All right. So if you can hear me, I've got.
I'll read them.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Two microphones.
So Adler's other entries were Broken, a song about Tiger Woods.
Oh, wow.
Got him.
And then the song, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? No? Let me grab the vibrator. All right, we had Jonathan S. Killer Queen, a song about Rachel wrapping Ben in a tortilla.
Don't remind me.
We had Yellow Submarine, that sandwich is past its expiration. Jonathan had Spirit in the Sky, whoever books your travel hates you. Tesha Lee, You've Got a Friend in Me. How the latest tapeworm diet craze could be for you. Angela, AC/DC Highway to Hell, 40 degrees, 52 degrees north, 34 degrees east. Cannabis Jones, Hanson's pop, ba da ba, pop da ba, and it does that. And chips. Curtis Nathan, Wet Ass Pussy, instructions for how to properly bathe your cat. Boingo Boingo, Friends in low places. I have friends who swear it's the end times that are here and they live in their basement. Cannabis Jones. Taylor Swift's Blank Space, a song about all the lonely Starbucks lovers. Big Kid. Mama Said Knock You Out, traditional Mexican song about breaking piñatas. Cannabis Jones, Tiny Dancer, and by Elton John, a song about Tony Danza's failed dancing career. Ben Sewell's Offspring's Self-Esteem, the group of teens in uniform, also known as a team, who take nothing but selfies in front of random things. Chelsea Williams, Who Are You? A one-night stand recovering from amnesia. Ben Sewell, Pearl Jam's Jeremy, a song about the Punisher. Cannabis Jones, Big Balls by AC/DC. It's about large testicles. Shannon Savage, Hakuna Matata. It means no flurries for the rest of your maze. Marielle, Hall & Oates, Man Eater, about a cannibal who is loose on the streets. Ben Sewell, The Smashing Pumpkins, Bullet with Butterfly Wings. It's a story about a girl and her private time. Jack Dostals, Always Look on the Bright Side of Life. Ben tries but fails to get people on Zoom to not be backlit.
I'm making progress. How dare you?
Cannabis Jones, I Want to Hold Your Hand by the Beatles, a song about being locked down during COVID and longing for human contact. Amina Soleil, Here Comes the Sun. Quick, Steve, cover. Amina, Take My Breath Away with some spearmint. Chelsea Williams, Build Me a Buttercup. Spouse won't put out. Elizabeth F. Sex and Candy. Possible answers to why is Tim's hand sticky?
That's funny.
Elizabeth F. She talks to angels. The nice way of telling people why she's now inpatient psychiatric care. She also had, You Can't Touch This. Tim's already got postage and he's hyped. Elizabeth had, You Ought to Know. What I type and delete before settling on per my previous email. Grimbeard, Iron Maiden's Fear of the Dark is actually a psychological study of Republican voters. Amina Soleil, We Wish You a Merry Christmas. Only you, Mary. Fuck George. Amina Soleil, Hold Me Closer, Tiny Dancer. That cute dwarf chick I met at the strip club. Oh my God. Ellie Mays, Purple Rain, documentary about the forests of Chernobyl.
Oh, wow.
Anna Hood, Beat It. A Guy's Guide to Surviving the Lockdown. Amina, Say my name correctly, Rachel. Gosh, this isn't so fucking hard. It's 215 episodes. Amina, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. I'm more into his father. Doo-doo Bean, Under My Thumb, a song about a nasty little mosquito. Cannabis Jones, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Trump explains his presidency in song. And let's see. That's all of them.
All right. There's a really good ones. I like the Say My Name by Amina. I loved Elizabeth's Sex and Candy. That's why Tim's hands.
Oh, wait, hold on. Zara, her hand's not up.
Okay.
But did she have some?
Did we miss her?
Is she even here? No, she's not here. Yeah, her hand wasn't up. Okay, no worries.
Okay,
All right, go ahead.
I like Jonathan S.'s Spirit in the Sky. I like Alejandro's Waffle House is very funny. Sean Erglich's Blister in the Sun's about Steve. Tears of the Clown, John Wayne Gacy with Melissa was funny. Maneater with Jennifer Dahmer. But I gotta go with Me So Horny about a guy in traffic. I like that one a lot from Frankie Berman. Tim, what was your favorite?
I like the one. I can't. Here Comes the Sun, because I wasn't into the dad or whatever.
Okay.
Or I'm more into the dad.
Nice. Micah, what's your favorite?
Myka was on the phone with her manager. I don't know if she'll have one.
Oh, she has a manager. Ooh.
I remember liking active shooter drills.
All right, so the active shooter one. All right, cool. Rach, what's your vote?
I liked Benny and the Jets. I liked Smells Like Teen Spirit. Take my breath away. I'm going to give it to Who Are You? It's a one-night stand recovering from amnesia from Chelsea Williams.
Nice. All right, Ben.
I liked Caroline, the Caroline one, and Come On Eileen from Ralph. I like Maneater. Benny and the Jets, A Troubling Obsession from Hood. Almost got it, but I've got to give it to Al by Myself from La Ball.
Is that a four-way tie? Did no one vote for any of the same one? Five-way tie? All right, five-way tie. Never done that before. Good job. Usually the person who goes last, Ben, has a winner, doesn't just pick one that's randomly. But that's okay. Steve's not here. You don't know.
What about Taylor?
Not a
We
big
want
deal.
Taylor to lead.
Oh, hey, Taylor, break the tie. There you go. Taylor, which one is your favorite out of the five that we said? All right. So
Well,
here comes
Don't Let Your Sun Go Down on Me, right? Just making sure we
Yeah.
more about the actual song that was written.
Yeah.
Don't Let Your Sun Go Down on Me. It was a very funny one. It was very
Yeah, that one. The one. Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. Amina. I think that they're still in the lead of all-time winners, too, by the way. That's great.
Email us on the website to collect your prize at sdscshow.com.
And the Night King game.
Yep.
Let's do Misinterpret a TV show.
Love it. Misinterpret a TV show. Take the name of a TV show and say what it's really about. Give your game entries overnight as soon as this show is done or starting now. And we will crown the new Night King tomorrow or actually on Friday on the show. So you got a couple days to think about it. And yeah, that's that. I already
So, like,
said.
How I Met Your Mother, the time I fucked your mom.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
At the strip club.
That was about Steve. Or about Tim. I'm sorry. That was Tim's mom.
What the hell, Bowers?
Your mom's hot, dude. You know your mom's hot. She's not as hot as your dad.
Well, let's move on.
My
Anyway,
mother
Tim.
is married to my father, Timothy Grady McLaughlin, the first.
All right. Do you have any game entries, Tim and Mike?
Yes.
What you got?
I have White Room, me opening my eyes after I put that tissue in my face. It's also by Cream. You guys like to laugh, but I'm being funny.
Mike, did you have any?
Oh yeah, I had one that had nothing to do with cum. Say It Ain't So, a seamstress's lament. Clean comedy.
Boo.
Rach, you have any?
No, I don't.
Ben, you got any?
I got a bunch. You got some, Bowers?
I don't have any. Well, take us home, Ben. What you got?
All right. We've got Smells Like Teen Spirit, Matt Gates' bedroom.
Oh.
We've got terrible thing I'm pointing out. We've got Just the Way You Are, advertisement for the world's worst salon. Call Me Maybe, the 911 song. Somebody that I used to know, missing persons hotline. Moves Like Jagger, the Mike Yeager Dance Academy. I created a whole story in my head of a guy who had a substandard dance academy and thinks he's Mick Jagger and kind of lives like him, but his name is Mike Yeager. And
I like it. I like it. I think it's better written down.
Thank you. We've got Betty Davis Eyes. The rest of her is buried out back. All About That Bass. That's where we disagree with Guitar Center. I now feel bad about this one after you backed me up, Tim, but End of the Road, the Tim McLaughlin career story.
All right. At least you called it a career, you know?
Congratulations.
Anyone's talked about his career at all, actually.
I'll make love to you. Me in 5 years, saying that to everyone passing me on the street corner. You're so vain, the masturbation song.
Oh.
And finally, tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree, the masturbation song. And with that, it is time for Leedy Doodle time. It's Leedy Doodle time. It's time for Leedy Corbin and her doodles time.
Oh boy, this is a real masturbation theme going out this show. All right, starting with Rachel, and then we have only stems. Oh! It's Rachel and then only stems Rachel. Next we have Pew Pews. Hello.
That's a very nice drawing of Bowers.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you. That had so much sass in it. I feel like I want you to elaborate.
Yeah, he wants you to draw me fatter, is what he's saying.
Next I have Carmel has a tiny vagina.
Yeah, I don't even know. It's even worse because it looks like I'm sad about that fact. Come on, what is happening? Urban, you're late for Clubhouse, by the way. You got a Clubhouse notification.
I did get a Clubhouse notification. I forgot I drew that. So, okay. Sorry. I'm a bit loopy. I'm recovering from second vaccine. Next, I have whoop-de-doo. Someone went to Colombia. Then we've got ew. Bored in quarantine? Snowball yourself. To Colombia with a U? Fuck it, I don't care. Then we've got Snide Asshole University. And this Latin means I'm better than you, peasant.
Everyone knows that I knew that.
Yes, everyone knows. You drink a lot of water, no Latin.
All right, next we have strong, well-hydrated, ew. And that is it from me.
Corbin.com and at Art for My Heroes, everybody.
Very cool.
They've worked from a career in the porn industry. Please check out her work.
There's a trailer of it somewhere. Anyway.
What was it called?
It's called Grace, if anyone can find it. It won't be the first thing on Google because it wasn't very big, so if you can find it, I'll be impressed.
All right, we'll try to figure it out. Yeah, you know. Tim, Myka, where do we find you in the world? How do we follow you guys around?
You can follow me on @Myka Fox, MYKAFOX. Tim and I are going to host a show at the Stand if we don't break up before then on May 18th, 7 p.m. Come check us out. We've also got a show May 2nd in the city. If you guys are in the city, I'll put the links in my socials.
And by the Stand, of course, Myka means the lemonade stand.
Yes.
I'm putting Tim to work.
You can follow me at hot_comic69 on Instagram. And then you can follow me as well on Twitter at Mayor of Farttown. And I'm going to say it out loud so that we have to do it. Myka and I are going to start a podcast called Great Hang that goes along with our show at the Stand. So hopefully we can ride off a little bit of Myka's online popularity and build up an audience for our show.
Very cool.
We'll be getting 2 microphones for that one.
Also, on our first show at the Stand, you can come see Tom Takar.
That's true.
Tom is on the show.
Nice. All right, guys. We'll appreciate it. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it as always. You can find me at Bowers Comedy. Tonight at Nowhere Comedy Club, we have Origin Stories or Orange Stories with Steve Hofstetter. So that's at 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. So come check that out. Also, if you're in the LA area, I'm at the Federal Bar in North Hollywood hosting tonight at 8 and tomorrow at 8. Text me or message me if you want tickets to one of those. I'll tell you how to get them. Ben, what you got coming up?
I hate to give you notes, Bowers, on your own show name's fake show name, but it's Orange and Stories to make it sound like
Orange and Stories? Got it. Okay.
Just Orange Stories. That sounds very different.
All right.
So this Saturday we've got Glebe Off the Top Crowd working improvised madness with our Queen Justine Marino coming back to pass off the crown to nobody, but to be uncrowned. It'll be a lot of fun this Saturday. And there was something else. My show's in Indy on May 11th. Chris Bowers and Steve Hofstetter, and we'll all be there. It's going to be a good time. Some surprises and fun things coming up in Indy. And that's it. Follow me at social media at Ben Glebe. Last week on the podcast. Other things.
Cool. Rach, anything catch up on before we get the audience out here?
No generals.
All right. Well, thank you so much, audience. We appreciate you being here as always. We'll see you Friday for Fucking Fan Friday. Yeah, and we're going to finalize the idea of how we're making Steve ride a bike. We are going to make Steve ride a bike at some point, so stay tuned. That's going to be kind of fun. Rach, anything you want to say?
I'm really excited for that. No, I just want to say I found out I was Jewish, so I made an orange. What do they call these?
Kippah?
Yeah, that. I heard multiple
It's
people say.
Yarmulke. I think that's how it's pronounced.
Or Kippah, either way.
So it's orange because we got orange in stories tonight. So I'll see you guys in an hour.
That's very cute. And I went looking all around my place to try to find my other white ceramic, and I couldn't find it, but I did find my white ceramic. Abraham Lincoln is also a perfume holder, and you don't want the head coming off on account of how his life ended. And then
yeah, you don't want to take Lincoln's head off to smell good. That seems.
I don't know why the two heads I have is also Kennedy and Lincoln, not the two best.
We're gonna be here another hour if he's gonna keep going through this. So good night.
They were probably half off. That's why.
His own reflection. You know what I mean? He's a monkey that's kind of stuck in his own reflection.
He's seeing evil. Is that what's happening to that monkey? Anyway.
That's right. And the sloth. You know, it's just what I could find on short notice. And that's it. That's all I want to share with regards to that.
All right. Well, I'll see you tomorrow or Friday, Ben.
Yes, indeed. See you Friday, my friend. Thank you all for being here. And I really wish I didn't ever hear that story about a tissue and Tim McLaughlin's eye, but we can't get that out of our brains now. So good night, everybody.
What's on your sloth's face?
Things come off your face.